Hey there folks, today we're going to be comparing these two numbers in order to figure out which one is the larger one. So we have 12 to the power of 67 and 8 to the power of 77, and we want to compare these two numbers. To do that, let's go ahead and take a look at their ratio, because one common way to compare two numbers is to compare their ratio to 1. If the ratio is greater than 1, that means that the number on the top is the greater number, and if the ratio is less than 1, that means that the numerator is the greater number. So let's say we want to compare A with B. In that case, we need to compare A over B with 1. If this ratio is greater than 1, that means that A is greater than B, and if the ratio is less than 1, that means that A is less than B. So that's what we want to do in this video. We want to take a look at the ratio of these two numbers and figure out whether the ratio is less than 1 or it is greater than 1. So let's go ahead and divide 12 to the power of 67 by 8 to the power of 77. To compare this ratio to 1, we need to first simplify this fraction as much as possible. So to do that, let's go ahead and factor 12 and 8. 12 is 2 squared times 3, and 8 is 2 cubed. Next, notice that we can distribute the power over the product. So we have 2 squared to the power of 67 times 3 to the power of 67 on the top, and we need to multiply these two numbers to get 2 to the power of 231 in the bottom. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with these two numbers. So we're going to have 2 to the power of 134 times 3 to the power of 67 divided by 2 to the power of 231, which is the same thing as 2 to the power of 134 times 2 to the power of 97. So obviously we can go ahead and get rid of this and this. So we will end up with 3 to the power of 67 divided by 2 to the power of 97. Now notice that 3 to the power of 67 is just the same thing as 3 cubed times 3 to the power of 64, and 2 to the power of 97 is the same thing as 2 times 2 to the power of 96. So let's go ahead and separate these two fractions. So we're going to have 3 cubed, which is 27 over 2, times 3 to the power of 64 divided by 2 to the power of 96. Notice that 27 divided by 2 is 13.5. So this is multiplied by 3 to the power of 67 over 2 to the power of 96, which is the same thing as 3 squared to the power of 32 divided by 2 cubed to the power of 32. Notice that 3 squared is 9 and 2 cubed is 8. So we have 9 over 8 to the power of 32. And now we can say that we have a product of two numbers that are greater than 1. And the product of two numbers that are greater than 1, it is indeed greater than 1. So that means that our ratio, which is 12 to the power of 67 divided by 8 to the power of 77, is greater than 1. So we have shown that 12 to the power of 67 divided by 8 to the power of 77 is greater than 1, which means that 12 to the power of 67 is the greater number. Great. So this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider subscribing for more contents like this, and hit the like button if you enjoyed watching this. Hopefully I will see you later. Goodbye for now.